It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling
We wish you a merry winter holiday. We wish you a merry winter holiday. Because you got to be inclusive, you know. Can't offend anybody.
Well,
out there.
no, actually, actually, Matthew, our president, our commander in chief. Have you ever seen all those fucking clips of saying, "No, we're not doing winter holidays. We're not doing winter whatever. We're saying Christmas again," as if it was like a huge band, like a banned book thing. It was like people have never stopped saying Merry Christmas. We're saying Merry Christmas again, everyone. It was always people have been saying Merry Christmas forever. That's not a new thing, dude.
Christmas is like, great. It's great. I love
Christmas. I am Santa Claus, and I'm bringing you the gift of being able to, with the privilege of saying the phrase Merry Christmas. This was all my work. No, people, that's not a thing. No one stopped saying Merry Christmas except for on fucking Thomas episodes in 2011.
Winter holiday.
That was it.
So, welcome back to the Grease and Oil podcast, everybody. Happy belated Christmas and happy early New Year. We're in a weird little spot right in the middle here, right between the two.
So, it's pretty cool. Matt, what did you get for Christmas?
You really put me on the spot here, bud.
Yeah, what did you get for Christmas, Matt?
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Sweet. So what are we going to be doing this episode?
I think in this episode, because this is our last episode, 2017. Woo! Finally, thank God this fucking year's over. Shit's been terrible.
Yeah.
We can do a little reflection of the year and how bad it truly was, as well as find a few highlights of the year. Like I have a list of my top 10 favorite movies of 2017, and they're not all superhero movies. There's only 1, 2, 3 superhero movies on the list.
So a third of the movies involve superheroes.
Shut up. Shut up. What can I say? There were some good superhero movies this year. Hi, Sean. Sorry, my roommate came home. Hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
It's okay.
How's it going, Sean?
Cool.
Okay, bye, Sean.
Anyways, we're just gonna pretend like Sean isn't here while I'm recording.
I had a really good connection with Sean there. I felt.
I'm sure you did. Okay,
Sean, you did.
Okay, so what do you want to do first? Do you want to do my top 10 movies of 2017?
Well, let's talk about the year. Do you think, because everyone with 2016 was just like, whoa, everyone's dying, and the president is a Cheeto, and I don't like it. This was the worst year ever. Do you really think that 2016 is still the worst, or do you think 2017 actually outdid itself?
For me, personally, I think 2017 was the worst year of my existence.
Seriously?
Yes, 2017 was a fucking goddamn dumpster trash fire of a year for me. So much horrible, terrible shit happened to me this year, and I hate it. And I just want it to be over.
Well, I wouldn't describe getting laid as a horrible, terrible thing, but I'm sure...
It's not the first time this has happened. Humble brag. But... I mean, like, I'm not even bidding.
Dude, your fucking second grade teacher raping you does not count as getting laid the first time.
Listen, man, I'm not bidding here. Like, legitimately, 2017 was fucking horrible.
All right. What's a horrible thing that happened then?
A bunch of my friends, like, so. I'm gonna try not to like make this too personal.
Don't make it too personal. But
basically, one of my best friends and I, like, we've been best friends for like years and years and years. We had like a really big falling out, like right at the beginning of the year, and we didn't talk to each other for like 3 months. It was really fucking weird.
Oh yeah,
we were like
Turtles and Thomas.
Not him. I hate him. Just kidding. He's cool. But no, like one of my friends, like it was weird because we were like over at each other's house like every day, and I was just like, what the fuck do I do now, you know?
It's like a breakup, dude.
It really is, like, honestly.
I've had so many times where it's just like I fall out with my friend, and it's like when you become like someone's best friend, but not like for a super long time. Because I go through like phases of people where I like hang out with a concentrated group of people, and that's the only people that I hang out with. So that when, like, for example, if something terrible happened with my girlfriend and I right now, I would be, in terms of friends, I would be homeless and out on the streets because all of my friends are like directly connected to her.
Yeah, well, it's like, yeah.
So it's like if anything happened with that, I'd be like, well, shit. I guess I'll just eat lunch in the corner in the dumpster at school. I guess.
Yeah, like my friend and I had our falling out, and I was just like, I didn't know, for like a month. I was like, what the fuck do I do? So I just sat in my room playing video games until I like remembered how to socialize and make new friends. Fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, enough of this shit. Let's get on to more. How was 2017 for you?
2017 was, for me, there's a lot of dark points I can think about, not good stuff happening, but like at the same time, my YouTube account fucking rocked in 2017. I got weekly content from June to November every week. That's except for I think 2 instances where I didn't have enough time to complete a video, and then it came out a couple days later. Mm-hmm. But like, I actually fucking stuck to a schedule and got a new. See, that's the thing with all the remakes that I got released. Each one of those was, if you add it up, because I was shooting and editing those remakes in, I think March. I think I started shooting the remakes in March of 2016, and they didn't come out until summer 2017. So you got footage in there that's super old and was edited, and all the visual effects, like, I think make someone happy. I probably, if you added up the amount of hours, the total hours spent editing, we're looking at 4 to 5 days, like 72 hours total or something. Like, it was an insane amount of work to put into one video that just happens to be the slots of just, this is 1 week. But I did it over and over and over again, and I'm really fucking proud of myself for that, especially with the whole Halloween. We're doing we took forever. We're doing a premiere of the Halloween special because a lot of the people
Wait, seriously?
that help. Yeah, we're doing a premiere because today, because a lot of the people that were in it and helped behind the scenes, because I actually had like a lot of people help me write it because I've never seen the original It. I've seen the new one. I've never sat down and actually watched the Tim Curry It. I've never seen it, so I actually had a bunch of people help me write it, and we had a legit crew and, you know, better cameras and everything, and there were only, I think, Zoe and the cop, Oliver, he was the only other cast members. We're having like a legit premiere tonight on this huge screen because we shot it in 4K. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to look like, oh, we just took a little DSLR cheap little camera and put it on a big TV and it looks really shitty because it's like a really nice TV and shit quality. It's a 4K camera, so it's going to look incredible when it's all huge.
Right, absolutely.
I'm really fucking proud of what we did in 2017. And again, I'm not saying too much with 2018, but if 2017 was any glimpse of the future for what my channel is going to look like, 2018 is going to be the fucking Force Awakens to your Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, no, like, just, not even, like, just as a community, even, like, just as a whole, we have some pretty cool stuff planned. Actually, I want to talk to you about that after we finish this up.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
That's something we should probably figure out, because it's coming up on us soon. But anyways.
Yeah.
Enough of that. So, what do you want now? Do you want me to get into my top 10 movies of 2017?
Yeah, so let's try and keep this. This is the first ever 2017, probably the first ever 2017 recorded recap, because we're recording it weeks before it's going to be released.
I mean, you didn't have to ruin the magic or anything like that, but yeah.
Well, see,
we're bad at recording, so.
Yeah, we're recording this. Let's not get into dates here, but it's it's October 12th, everyone.
Man, I can't wait for Star Wars: The Last Jedi to come out.
Man, I can't wait
for Justice League. Man, that movie's gonna be great.
Dude, I'm so excited to see the new It. Oh my god,
oh man,
it's gonna be
Justice
great.
League. It comes out in a month. It's gonna be great.
Dude, can you even believe Phantom Menace is coming out tomorrow?
Whoa, dude. Man, there's this movie coming out. It's called Alien. It's called Ridley Scott. Can't wait.
There's this movie coming out tomorrow. It looks really cool. It's called King Kong. It's all stop motion. It looks really cool.
Dude, there's this. There's this movie coming out tomorrow called Birth of a Nation. Oh god, it's gonna be great.
There's this movie coming out tomorrow called The First Movie Ever Made. So I wonder what the fuck.
So it's called Workers Leaving a Factory.
And this bit is leaving the station.
Hammered it into the ground like we always do.
Yeah.
Okay, so
blood
I'm
farts.
going to my top.
Blood farts.
I forgot that was a bit we did.
Farts. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go into my top 10 movies now. I have 2 runner-ups. You want me to do the runner-ups before or after I do the list?
I think you should do runner-ups leading to number 1.
Okay.
Like make it like a fucking Watch Mojo top 10 video.
Okay. So my number 10 is Kingsman: The Golden Circle.
What?
I can't tell.
Really?
I can't tell if that was a happy or mad.
It's a piece of shit.
Oh, you didn't like it?
Kingsman sucked.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty. I liked it.
Kingsman was garbage.
I can no. Don't get me wrong. I can 100% totally see why you say that, but
is this a Batman vs Superman thing?
This list is not the best movies. It's my favorite movies. I'll say. I guess.
Okay, so no, that is a good thing to point out because those are very different.
Because yes,
criteria.
I will agree with you. I've seen Kingsman like 3 times. Objectively, it's not very good, but I liked it.
Hey, like I said, Batman vs Superman, all the way.
There's a lot of fixes that could have been made to it. Like for example, I don't think they should have made Poppy the villain. I think they should have just straight up made Charlie the villain. But I don't know. Overall, I liked it. There was some weird fucking storytelling decisions that they made, like killing off all of the Kingsmen. That was dumb. But I don't know. Whatever. So number 10's Kingsman. Number 9's Wonder Woman. I mean, everybody's already basically said their piece about it.
So number 8.
Number 8 is Kong Skull Island.
That was so fun.
I really liked it.
That was I hope that was a movie made that was conscious of how bad it was, but I really
totally
don't.
Was. Yeah.
I see, but I'm not certain if it was because
the director Jordan Vogt Roberts, he's done a bunch of interviews. He's like a huge fucking nerd. He's like a YouTuber too, so he totally knows what he's doing.
Okay.
He was on Honest Trailers, and he was super funny on
That's what I was talking about, is the fact that the way he put it was on Honest Trailers sounded a bit more like, I'm sorry I made this mistake, as opposed to, I was making a mistake from the beginning.
No, I think the bit with the helicopters that he did was so funny. What's the boat made out of? Helicopters. Okay, number 7 is Wind River. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Is that the one with Jeremy Renner?
Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's really good. Have you seen it?
Plot summary, go.
So there's a Native American woman who like a young Native American woman. Like she's
not played by Scarlet Witch, is she?
No, definitely not.
Okay, because she's very white.
Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen are the only 2 white people in the entire movie.
Sweet.
So, like, it's this Native American reservation, like, out in the mountains, where it's just, like, snowy and shitty and terrible. And, like, it's in the middle of a huge snowstorm, and her body is found, and she's, like, definitely been raped and murdered. So, like, and just dumped out there. So, Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen play 2 FBI agents that have to go in and, like, figure out what the situation is. But it's not, like, a white savior story, because Jeremy Renner's character is also, like, half Native American. So... And also, they definitely fuck up, like, a lot. Like, they're definitely not perfect characters. Like, Elizabeth Olsen's character gets fucked up.
NPS style.
Ugh, I don't think... Ugh, that's demonetized. We just got demonetized right there. Not advertiser-friendly. Okay, but yeah, that's a really good movie. I highly recommend it. Number 6 is It. I mean, I really liked It. It's a good movie. I think way better.
Wait. You really liked what?
It.
You said you really liked It. What's It?
Don't do this shit to me. Don't fucking. Please don't.
I really liked it. What?
Oh my god. Yeah, but no. It, the movie about the clown, played by Bill Skarsgård, was very good. It was excellent.
Has he done anything other than this?
I think he's had a couple, like, minor roles, but this was, like, his
because there's, like, plenty of Skarsgård kids that are, like, actors or whatever. But this like, was that one?
His big breakout role, I think.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
And obviously you liked It quite a bit as well.
I enjoyed It because I saw a lot of potential for parody and mockery, and the fact that it had absolutely nothing to do with the new one. All the scenes that we parodied were from the original that are specifically not in the new one. The balloons coming out of the refrigerator to talk, and there's a talking head in it, like the shower scene where the little Jewish kid kills himself in the shower. That's all not in the new one.
Yeah, but I really liked it. But okay, so number 5 is Thor Ragnarok.
Okay, superhero movie number 2.
Correct. Thor Ragnarok again.
Wait. Does this mean that number 1 is Justice League?
Don't even imply that. Don't even suggest that. You just.
I can't wait for this Steppenwolf standalone movie.
Oh boy, did you hear that?
It's just gonna be an animated movie. It's gonna be like when they failed to do Smurfs twice and they just redid it completely in CGI, but it's like Steppenwolf now.
Yeah. Thor Ragnarok, I thought it was definitely the best Thor movie by leaps and bounds, and I think it is one of the best in the MCU. I really dug it. I thought Taika Waititi did a great job directing it. I thought it was Chris Hemsworth's best performance as Thor.
I feel like Mark Ruffalo's little bit that he was in, was kind of... I honestly don't think that Hulk's involvement... If Hulk wasn't in it, I don't think so many people would be saying that it's as good as it was, because it was like... Because up until this point, there have been 2 kinds of Marvel movies where it's, here's a standalone movie where they're going to be like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and that they talk a lot about other superheroes but never show other superheroes. Mm-hmm. Or you have The Avengers or Civil War where everyone appears. But there's never really like a middle ground where it's like, hey, we can have other characters because it's a shared universe. It's just like, here's Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange exists in Doctor Strange's universe. The only one that I can
really think of that is like a team-up just like that is Winter Soldier. Because that's Cap and Black Widow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, sure, yeah. And that's like the one that I never saw.
Oh, it's so good. It's so fucking good.
And I know it is, but it's the one that I never saw.
Also, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has, like, the past couple of years, started bringing on actual superheroes, and it's gotten really good. Last season had Ghost Rider on, and he was a badass.
Yeah, but he's, like, not an Avenger, so who cares?
Oh, okay. Excuse me, Mr. Superhero fucking critique artist, whatever.
I'm kidding.
Number 4 is The Disaster Artist, starring the brothers Franco. Vinnie hasn't seen it yet.
I have not seen it yet, and I spoke with our good buddy Rob about The Disaster Artist last night because I was actually watching The Room last night. I had not seen The Room since 6th grade. It was the first time that I saw a female nipple.
I love that within the first 15 minutes of The Room, there's like 2 sex scenes, and they're all...
No. You gotta understand. I saw the Nostalgia Critic review in 5th grade. In 6th grade, I decided I'm actually gonna watch it, and it is literally, you have two or so minutes of establishing shots of San Francisco with the opening credits. Fine. Then a dude comes home, gives this lady
flowers.
Flowers.
Babe.
Yeah. She puts on a red dress. Denny comes in. Denny leaves, and they fuck.
And then
it is
Denny,
there is a sex
start
scene
to fuck, and Denny comes and jumps on the bed with them, and they're like, "Oh, you scamp, get out of here." And he's like, "Fine," and he leaves.
It is so fascinating because I was looking at the running time of it. The 7-minute mark of the film is where the first sex scene ends, not begins.
Ends.
That's where the 3-minute sex scene ends. And it's not a porno.
Okay, so anyways, what was Rob saying about The Disaster Artist?
The fact that, why the fuck did they cast Dave Franco as Greg? Because he's this short little dude who in no way shares any of the qualities of Greg Sestero.
Because Dave Franco's very likable. And also he and James Franco have good chemistry because they're brothers.
Because they're brothers, but like, he's really short, and Tommy Wiseau is short in real life, but Tommy Wiseau looks like this really tall dude next to Dave Franco's Greg.
James Franco did a great job as Tommy Wiseau. There's a couple scenes where he looks exactly like him.
Oh, and that's the thing. Everyone's talking about how great he is. Very true. I've seen, and again, I haven't actually seen the movie, but I've seen a lot of clips, and I've been really fascinated with it because I'm not worried about spoilers. I'm not, because of Star Wars, I haven't seen it. You haven't seen it yet, right? No. So I haven't, because we're recording this 7 years in advance. So I haven't actually seen Star Wars yet. But that, I am consciously avoiding spoilers and avoiding trailers and things like that. Disaster Artist, I'm trying to watch every fucking trailer and every clip ever because I'm so fascinated by this weird... Because that's the thing, it wasn't like some cool internet fad that I got into later. Like, Nostalgia Critic introduced me to so many cool things before they were cool.
Honestly.
I knew about it as someone that did not grow up with the original TV special. I watched and I was familiar with the plot and the setup and the characters and the jokes and the culture. Critic. Same thing with The Disaster Artist.
Yep.
The Disaster Artist and The Room are fascinating little internet fads that got turned into mainstream films.
Yeah, dude, during the credits of The Disaster Artist, they just, like, there's a bunch of side-by-side comparisons. They just, like, remade a bunch of scenes from The Room, and they played them side-by-side, and they're, like, so good.
But, like, that's the thing, is that I'm hearing from a lot of people, because I watched the Red Letter Media review, and that Ed Wood is a film which is very similar to The Disaster Artist in that it documents the time in which the worst film of a generation was made. That being Plan 9 from Outer Space is the worst film of like the crappy horror, you know, like B-movie, sci-fi, whatever stuff from the 50s. That's like considered to be the most poorly made film of that era. And the guy who made that movie was a real nutball, and so they made a movie about that movie.
Oh yeah.
Now,
don't get me wrong. James Franco's definitely trying to make his own Ed Wood.
No, but that's the thing, is that Ed Wood, I've never seen Plan 9 from Outer Space. I've never seen it. But
Most
Ed
people
Wood is
haven't.
one of my... yeah, well, actually, well, it's decently famous. But the fact is, the film is ridiculously entertaining, whether you know it or not, and from what I've seen from people talking about it, The Disaster Artist is just a love letter to The Room. Whereas Ed Wood is not a love letter to Plan 9 from Outer Space by any means, in that you just said the opening credits are recreations and side-by-side comparisons, right?
The
ending credits.
Well,
so the ending credits are recreations, which means that anyone who hasn't seen The Room is not going to be super into that.
No, dude, I went into Disaster Artist with two people who had never seen The Room in their entire life. They just seen, like, clips of it, and they were like, that was really fucking good. Like, they still got the general idea of what was going on, and they really dug it.
Well, I'm not saying, like, plot stuff. Obviously, you'd be able to follow the story and whatever. Like, you get... It's a story that stands on its own there, but in terms of the relevance and the wink, wink, nudge, nudge jokes to the audience, it's not going to work in the same way because Ed Wood's jokes are wink, wink, nudge, nudge, he's a bad director. From what I hear from The Disaster Artist, it says wink, wink, nudge, nudge, this is a joke from the movie from The Room.
I get what you're saying.
And the movie exists. The Disaster Artist exists. The only reason it exists is because of James Franco's love for The Room and the fact that he's a famous guy who can get movies made. James Franco isn't just some obscure television actor. He made one of the fucking before Donald Trump and whatever, and there was a new scandal every week. The biggest fucking scandal of 2015 was the fact that fucking Sony Pictures got hacked because of this dumb James Franco and Seth Rogen comedy. That was the biggest thing.
I get what you're saying about it, but I don't know. I think you could still enjoy it even if you know nothing about The Room. There's enough in there. There's a lot of stuff for fans of The Room, but there's enough in there where you still get the idea of it. Like it's still funny. So, but I don't know. That might just be me.
What a story, Matt.
What a funny story, Vinnie.
Man, your impression sucks. I honestly think the hardest that I laughed watching The Room last night was during the first, and there's like 12 at least, the first sex scene. Every probably that's a little much. It's probably every 15 to 20 seconds. It's like playing this cheesy early 2000s love song, and then it's like all romanticized, and they're having sex and whatever, and then every 15 seconds you just hear in the background,
Yeah. I noticed that.
And
too.
it's not like she's laughing.
It's
not
him
like,
laughing.
It's not like she says something funny or like she laughs at something and she giggles and he said laughs. It's just him laughing and she doesn't find anything funny. It's just this. Wanna love you so much and I love you and love is powerful. Love is strong. Love. love.
Okay, so number 3 on my list of my top 10 movies of 2017. Now we're getting into like the big guns. Number 3 is Get Out, directed by Jordan Peele.
I really wanted to see that.
Oh, it's so good. I've seen it. I've seen it like 5 times.
So wanted to see because I'm a huge Key and Peele fan, and I'm one of the only people that still thinks that Keanu is really funny.
Dude, Get Out is spectacular. Like everybody who sucks at movies dick, but it deserves it. It's so good.
It deserves it. Give it to Daddy.
Give it to Daddy Peele. Daddy Peele.
Daddy Peele.
He deserves it. That movie is so fucking good. I highly recommend checking it out any chance you get.
I just walked into my parents' bedroom and my cats are fucking.
Cool.
All right.
Rad.
I'm just gonna leave you. Just gonna close the. You guys have fun.
Okay. Number 2. Spider-Man: Homecoming. Big shock that this
Wait.
is on my list.
Okay, you said there are 3 superhero movies on your list.
Yes.
You're not including Logan?
I didn't see Logan.
What?
That's the highest I've ever heard any human voice go.
You didn't see Logan?
Did not see Logan.
Oh, wait, we already talked about this.
We definitely did.
Because you didn't want to see Professor X die.
Spoiler alert, God.
Spoiler alert.
It's also because the only 2 X-Men movies I've ever seen are First Class and Days of Future Past.
Okay. I see where you're going with this list. You're telling me that number 1 is the Emoji Movie.
Correct. You got me.
Okay, cool.
Okay, no, but seriously, Spider-Man: Homecoming, really good. I'm a slut for Spider-Man. So, I'm a slut for Spider-Man, I'm a slut for Marvel, I'm a slut for Michael Keaton. So...
Well, I can say I'm a slut for Michael Keaton, certainly, because Batman fucked me in the night, and he just kind of left, and that's where the Nightman song from Sunny comes from. It's just Michael Keaton fucking Charlie Day.
Also, we finally got like an actual, like, in my opinion at least, we finally got an actual like all around the board entirely good Spider-Man movie.
The thing that I've heard so many people say about Homecoming that rings so true is the fact that I used to read Spider-Man comics when I was little, and it wasn't like the old stuff. It was like, whatever was coming out in like 2006, 2007.
Right.
And that whole time, it's all these movies are coming out that I'm really like, oh wow, Spider-Man's on the big screen too. And you go see Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3, and it's like Spider-Man, all the Spider-Man movies prior to Homecoming are like, I'm going to control the multiverse with the blah blah blah, I will take over the universe, right. And then it's like
Michael Keaton just wants to make money.
Homecoming is just a dude with guns that Spider-Man wants to get out of his neighborhood. He just wants to get guns off the streets, and that's all. As opposed to Dr. Octopus that will control the multiverse with the fucking Tesseract.
Even in Spider-Man: Homecoming, it's interesting because you could make the argument that Spider-Man is in the wrong. Vulture is just trying to support his family. He's got a good argument that Tony Stark and the Avengers come in, fuck shit up, and then just leave and expect everybody to clean up for themselves. And
no, see, that's the thing is that...
So he's just trying to make money for his family, and Spider-Man's like, no, fuck you, you don't get to do that.
Tony Stark is usually such a likable character. In both Civil War and Homecoming, I never once was like, oh, wait, I can't wait to see what Tony Stark's doing. It was like...
It's like, he's kind of a dick.
He's a huge dick, and I don't approve of any of his choices. Morally, financially, any of this shit. It's like, wow, I really used to like Tony Stark. I liked him in Ultron. I thought he was pretty funny in Ultron, and I didn't really like Ultron as a movie that much, but he was in that. But now it's like, wow.
I'll be honest, though, I was on Team Iron Man in Homecoming.
You wanted to
in
Civil War. You wanted to conform with the government.
No, I wanted him to kill the guy that killed his fucking mom.
Mom, schmom. Schmom, s'mores.
So
I want s'mores.
So, 2 runner-ups. And so for before number 1. So my 2 runner-ups. First one's Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Really?
Yeah. Again, this is.
I really didn't care for it. I love the first one. The second one just felt like so. I think we should talk about this because we didn't really do episodes about Homecoming, about most of these movies
let's
we
do
would have done.
Guardians here, yeah.
Guardians 2 felt like, hey, we made this really unique superhero film. Let's take all of the elements that were proven to be successful and just make them bigger and do it again.
I completely understand you're totally right. I completely understand where you're coming from.
Let's do more pop songs, more comedy, more goofy CGI, like we were talking about in Justice League, in the Justice League episode. It was all good CGI, but every shot had good CGI, and every single sequence had a really cool, bright, colorful spaceship flying around with CGI aliens and CGI guns and blasters and clouds and lasers and whatever, and it was just like so much color, and so it was a sensory overload.
It was
too much, especially when one of the main characters is bright blue, and another one is bright green, and another one is also bright blue, and they're all doing all this shit, and it just felt like Peter Quill isn't particularly interesting.
Here's the thing. I think the movie was saved based on. I would agree with you, but I think the movie was saved based on Kurt Russell's performance.
That's what I was going to say. Kurt Russell's character is the only one that I was like into in that movie.
Chris
Everyone
Pratt
else
have
was like
great chemistry together.
But other than that, it was just like, well, I guess Groot's in this movie, but barely.
Kurt Russell's a badass, dude. Did you see the bloopers that came out for Guardians 2? There's a scene.
They've been in my watch later for 6 months.
There's a part in it where the camera is on this it's on this jury rig. It's on this rig that sends it flying directly towards Kurt Russell's his face, and it literally gets within like a couple, like this giant fucking huge, extremely heavy camera comes flying out of space, and it stops like an inch in front of his face, and he doesn't even flinch. He just goes, whoa. Like, he doesn't even flinch at all. It stops right in front of his face, and he just goes, whoa, it's a little close there, isn't it? I'm like, you're a badass, Kurt Russell. Okay. So,
yeah, I just, what a story, Matt, you know?
And so my second runner-up is Star Wars The Last Jedi. I haven't even seen it yet, but I already know that is... The only reason it's not on this list is because I haven't seen it yet.
That is possibly the most pathetic fanboy little bit I think I've ever seen.
Hey.
You're putting a movie based solely on the fact that... Oh, wait, you already read spoilers, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
So, reading the synopsis of whatever on Reddit...
I also watched a bunch of leaked scenes on Reddit before they got pulled down by Lucasfilm.
So you've basically already seen the movie?
I've seen like a third of the movie, yeah. I've seen all the important parts of the movie.
You've seen all the important parts of the movie, and you've read all the other parts that aren't so important?
Yes.
So then you have seen the movie.
Basically, yeah.
So, what do you think?
It's interesting. They do a lot of really... There's a lot of really interesting storytelling choices that I'm still not sure if I like or not. I'm reserving judgment until I see the movie in full. And so there's a lot of really interesting storytelling and stuff they do that I'm not sure I would have done, and I'm not sure if I like or not, but I guess I'm just going to have to wait. Both until I see the movie and until we get more news about episode 9 and all that shit in the future.
You're going to reserve judgment until you hear about the next movie?
Well, until I see where this shit goes in the next movie. Because episode 8 makes a lot of, like I said, it makes a lot of really, bold storytelling choices that
Is there ever a Batman versus Superman moment where, one of the characters opens up a zip file and learns about all the other characters that aren't in this movie?
No, definitely not.
Okay, that's good.
It suffers from some of the same problems.
Oh shit! They brought Yoda back, didn't they?
I don't know.
They brought Yoda back.
Did they?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything. They didn't bring back. Wait, did they bring back Yoda?
Maybe.
Holy shit! Wait, really?
I don't know.
Oh my god, they brought back. What? No way! Okay, I haven't seen the movie or read the Reddit of the Red. Oh my god, they brought back Yoda.
I don't know if they brought back Yoda or not.
I think they brought back Yoda, basing on what you just said.
I am neither confirming nor
So-
denying if they brought back Yoda.
So what you're saying is that they didn't pull a Batman versus Superman, but they pulled a Justice League where they put fucking Yoda's corpse in the water of a Kryptonian ship, and then the Flash touches the water, and then now they've got Yoda flying up in the sky trying to kill Batman with a CGI mouth. Is that what you're telling me happens?
That's exactly what happens.
Awesome. Okay,
I mean, they might have brought back Yoda. They might have brought back Obi-Wan. Might have brought back fucking Darth
Okay,
Vader.
shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up!
Maybe
Shut up.
Padme is Snoke. You never know.
Oh my god. Well, I think everyone knows that Snoke is that one little kid that Anakin Skywalker kills at the end of Revenge of the Sith.
My favorite fucking Snoke theory that I've ever seen is that Snoke is the Death Sticks guy from Episode 2. That's my favorite one.
I don't want to say distance. I want to go home and rethink my life.
That's my favorite.
It's possibly the only funny scene in that entire film.
And
also the only set in that entire film.
I looked it up on Wikipedia. That guy's name is Cal Sleazebagano or something like that.
Basil Oregano.
I put his name into Google, and literally the first search result was Cal Sleazebagano is Snoke.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, and then, so those are my two runner-ups. So my number one movie is drumroll, very terrible, shitty drumroll. It's Baby Driver.
Wait, Boss Baby? What?
Baby Driver.
Oh, okay. The Skype call glitched. I had no idea what you just said.
It is Baby Driver.
It is Boss Baby 2 Taxi Driver.
I didn't think I was gonna like Baby Driver as much as I did because everybody and their mothers that I talked to was hyping it up. Like, it's so good. You need to see it. It's amazing. I was like, it can't be that good. And I went in. And I was
fucking Mike Stoklasa. It broke new ground.
Yeah, no, Baby Driver. It was fucking fantastic. It's so good. And I mean, it does kind of hurt watching it now that we know what we know about Kevin Spacey. But
oh shit, I forgot he's even in that.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many good movies I didn't see this year, and then really shitty ones that I did.
There's a line where Kevin Spacey is talking about the main character, and he says, "I was blinded by the balls on that kid," and oh man, it hurts. It really fucking hurts. I bet you were, Kevin. I bet you were. Blinded by the balls on this kid.
Blinded by the balls. Ripped up like a douche.
My favorite line in the movie is they're introducing like all the characters that are performing a heist, and he's like, and this is JD. He puts the Asian in Home Invasion.
This is Slipknot, the man who can climb anything.
This is Katana. She's my bodyguard. I'd advise not getting killed by her. Her sword
traps the souls of its victims.
I would advise not getting killed by her.
This is Kevin Spacey. His dick traps the souls of the children.
Oh man. Demonetized. Double demonetized.
That's double detention.
Okay, so that's my list of movies that I liked. Vinny, I know what your favorite movie is. The Boss Baby.
I saw The Boss Baby. Very tired with my. We were not on drugs, but we were so tired that
you might as well have been.
We might as well have been on drugs.
I've been in that
and because of that, I like to say that we saw The Boss Baby high, even though there was no marijuana involved.
No, I totally feel that. Mm-hmm. I've been there.
So it was. I would like to someday watch The Boss Baby not tired as shit, but The Boss Baby was not. I mean, it's nominated for a Golden Globe. And, like, fucking even the worst Pixar movies are never nominated for anything. So, that's gotta tell you something. Because the last time a DreamWorks movie was nominated for anything was, like, fucking The Curse of the Were-Rabbit in like 2005.
God, I remember that
like
fucking movie. I remember I got toys from Burger King to advertise that movie.
Well, you got Wallace and Gromit Burger King toys?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Dude, I want that. That
I
sounds
mean, I totally
really cool.
lost them, but I remember getting them.
Man, I'm so sad that the guy who played Wallace died last year.
Oh, I know.
Because they could have done like one final hurrah for Wallace and Gromit. The last thing that he voiced Wallace in was like a fucking insurance commercial in like 2013 or something. It was like some weird technology. God damn it! You could have one final, because the whole thing with Wallace and Gromit, the movie, is the fact that it wasn't Wallace and Gromit, it was DreamWorks' version, so they had to add in a bunch of poop and fart jokes and burps and shit because it's a DreamWorks movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were going to make a sequel, but then DreamWorks decided that it was too fucking Americanized, and they pulled their contract after fucking, what was it, like Flushed Away or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, and then now they're doing this Caveman movie starring Eddie Redmayne again, which proves that Eddie Redmayne can literally dig his way into any facet of your childhood, whether it's Thomas and Friends or, I believe, wait, is that the first time either one of us has mentioned Thomas and Friends this entire episode?
100%.
I think so. Hey guys, welcome to our Thomas and Friends podcast
Where we never talk about fucking Thomas and Friends.
Where we talk about the Boss Baby and Wallace and Gromit crossover film called Boss Baby versus Gromit: Dawn of Different Animation Mediums. CGI, fucking see. You know they were gonna make a motion capture Yellow Submarine remake. Like
we
the Polar
all live in a yellow submarine.
But like with the same people that made fucking Mars Needs Moms and like the Polar Express and stuff.
That movie sucked.
Mars Needs Moms was my favorite movie of 2017.
Oh god.
Hands down, the best, least creepy.
Guys, welcome
film.
to the Mars Needs Moms cinematic universe.
Welcome to the Mars Needs Moms reviewer podcast, where every week we talk about another element of Mars Needs Moms that we just loved, especially after the fact that that movie came out in like 2011. And it's you're probably, I think most people listening to this will be listening to it in the year 2018. So
I remember seeing ads for that on TV even as a kid, and I was like, man, this looks like shit.
Yeah, well, that's true. You were, even though you're like 2 years older than me, you were 2 years younger than me until about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
There's a lot of twos. 2002. And Mr. MPS, 2002.
Full circle.
There you go.
All right.
Welcome.
Well, we're obviously out of things
welcome
to say.
To this episode. Thank you for joining us in this recap of 2017. I hope all you people listening to this in 2018 die, because I don't think this planet's going to make it to see the third episode of the Star Wars sequel trilogy. I don't think we're ever going to see the conclusion.
Dude,
I really don't think it's going to happen.
It's goddamn, what day?
Today's the 16th, I think?
Yeah, it's December 16th. We got our first snow in Milwaukee, Wisconsin this week.
Wait, you live in Milwaukee?
Yeah, that's where I go to college.
Wait! But that's where Red Letter Media is!
Good observation.
Dude, you could fucking break into their warehouse and like steal the wheel of the worst or something.
I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Dude! Okay, I'm gonna go to your college and we're gonna go and stalk
Bet.
Not Chris Evans, Rich Evans.
Rich Chiga. We're gonna go stalk Rich Chiga.
Yes. Kachiga.
Do you actually listen to Rich Chiga?
No idea what that is.
He's a rapper. He
sounds like a rapper.
He has good music.
He sounds like the green car Chick Hicks from Cars.
He makes bangers. Okay, so his name is Rich Chiga because he's Asian, and so all I'll say is Chiga is a slur. That's
goodbye, everyone.
Have a good. Thanks for listening to us for like the 3 episodes that we
tangent.
released in 2017.
Goodbye.
We'll see you guys in 2018.
Goodbye.
Chiga.